A few months ago, I was stuck. Literally, I had surgery, and let me tell you, it was bad. I was on antibiotics, ketamine, and stronger painkillers. I could barely move, and let alone think straight. This was me. 2 weeks in a hospital. No energy, no motivation, and even gaming, which was always my escape, felt completely off. But then, for some reason, while still recovering, still drugged up, I stumbled upon this Think VR. Yes, and my friend was always talking about it, but we have never commit to this. And you know what? I was really intrigued, and I just loved the idea to having it. And next thing you know, I'm on a Facebook marketplace, literally buying the headset while Uber to picking it up. I don't know what was in those meds, but the decision, it changed everything. Before the surgery, I was super active, gaming, working, feeling great. But after, everything slowed down and I wasn't working out, I wasn't moving, and honestly, I had no motivation to do anything. And then comes this random VR purchase. I didn't even plan it, it just kind of happened. And when I finally put on the headset, something clicked. I wasn't just sitting on a couch, pressing buttons. I was moving, dodging, reaching fully inside the game. And for the first time in a month, I actually felt excited again. So I got the VR headset. And first, I didn't really know what to expect. I had played games my whole life, but this was something else. The moment I put it on, I wasn't just playing, I was inside the game. It was a whole different level. I started with some simple stuff, maybe just checking out menus, messing with settings. But then I jumped into my first real VR experience, and that's when everything changed. I freaking remember starting up a Resident Evil village. And man, I was not ready. I had played horror games before, but this was something else, dude. I was actually in that creep-ass house, and I could feel it. At one point, I was just standing in a game, holding the gun, aiming down the sight at the shooting range. And I remember thinking, holy shit, this is insane. Even though I was scared as hell, my heart was racing and I was sweating. I could feel everything. That's when I started experimenting with other stuff, trying different games, different experiences. And dude, let me tell you, I got hooked. It wasn't just about gaming anymore. I wanted to try everything. Even just being in a menu was exciting, dude. And yeah, it tired me out super fast, but I couldn't stop. I kept pushing myself, kept playing, and then one night it hit me. I was actually moving again, reacting, just fully immersed. And then I realized I wasn't just thinking about recovery anymore. For the first time in months, I felt like myself again, dude. Not weak, not recovering, just having fun. Yeah, it just didn't get me gaming again. It got me excited. It made me want to try new things, push myself, get out of my comfort zone. That's when I knew this wasn't just another gaming system. It was something bigger. It actually changed me. After that night, I realized VR wasn't just some cool tech. It was actually helping me get my energy back. I started using it more and more, not just for gaming, but for moving, whether it was dodging zombies or killing zombies, swinging swords, or just messing around in social spaces. But then I discovered something that really surprised me. A VR meditation app. It's called The Trip. One night I launched a meditation app out of curiosity, and man, it was something else. Suddenly I was sitting in a hyper-realistic VR space, maybe a quiet forest, maybe floating above the clouds. And for the first time in a long time, I felt completely at peace. It wasn't about dodging, shooting, or reacting. It was just about being present, breathing, resetting. And I realized VR wasn't just making me move. It was helping me calm my mind too. I started exploring other VR spaces that weren't about the combat or adrenaline. I found games like Walkabout Minigolf, which is weirdly one of the most social experiences I've ever had. I'd be playing just casually, and next thing you know, I'm having conversation with completely strangers from all over the world. Then there was a Pavlov, which Easy, yeah, shooter, but the social side of it? I wasn't expecting that. You're working as a team, strategizing, joking. It's a whole different kind of interaction. Before I knew it, VR became part of my routine. Some days I'd be playing horror games, some days I'd be meditating, and some days I'd just be putting in a round of a golf with random people from across the world. It's crazy. Looking back, it's wild to think about how this all started. One random decision to buy a VR headset while still recovering, and it ended up completely shifting my mindset. It was about getting excited for life again, pushing myself and realizing that sometimes the things that help you the most are the things you least expect. VR didn't just get me back into gaming. It got me moving. It got me excited again. And in a way, it kind of saved me. So if you're ever feeling stuck, maybe it's time to try something new. You never know, it might just change everything.